Hi, folks. So I thought we'd chat about a bit of vape smoke, steam, or whatever it is. I thought we'd have a chat about why it's hard to meditate. Okay. Well, for me at least, it is. At some stages, it's hard for me to meditate. It's like, and how I meditate really is that at times I can sit and just watch my breath, lie in my bed or on the couch or something like that, and just close my eyes. Generally, I need to close my eyes and just breathe in and out deeply, and just watch my breath up and down, and in and out, in and out. Don't know why, and just do that, and then just get into that sort of motion in a way, and just let it go where it needs to take me, and whatever it is. So that's sort of my practice. Also, sometimes I do the Wim Hof method, which I've spoken about before. You can check it out on YouTube if you haven't. Wim Hof, Wimhof, the method of the breathing technique. Also, that helps me tremendously. It reminds me sometimes when I do it how it used to feel when I used to smoke the green Mary Jane. You feel, it just gives you it reminds me of how it used to feel to smoke. And so often of the time I'll just use that exercise, which also has massive benefits as well. The breathing exercise has massive health benefits as well, physiologically and psychologically as well, or biologically, I don't know. And so that's how sometimes I started off, and whatever it is. But I must say, I feel so much, and I only meditate, I would say, for 15 minutes or so at a time, maybe 20 minutes. Sometimes I fall asleep. So I don't know how much you can consider that, the duration of meditation. But in the beginning, I find it hard to sort of settle into it, and I can see myself making so many excuses, I'll do it later, or let me check my email, or let me have something to eat. Maybe you're hungry. Maybe it's not going to be such a good meditation. You're going to be distracted. Maybe you should have a banana or something, or maybe you should, I don't know, do your washing first. And I put it off, and some days I don't even do like 10-15 minutes. That's all it is. 10-15 minutes, for crying out loud. I don't get around to doing it. I don't know why, but anyway, nonetheless, when I do it afterwards, I feel so much better. I feel so much more centered, and I feel so much more, my head is so much more clearer. And I also find it's important for me to meditate in the mornings, because it helps ground me to sort of face the day. I find it very challenging I think everyone finds it challenging to wake up in the times that we live in. I think we all do. But I think more sensitive of us find it difficult. I find it hard to get going in the morning. I find it hard to sort of center myself or land with my feet on the ground in the morning and sort of get on with the day. And sometimes the automaticness of things, and sometimes the monotony of things, of chores, and the repetitive cycle things, or whatever it is. And just also at the same time, I think with somebody who's sensitive or self-reflecting, or just reflecting on the environment, society, and the time that we're in, there's a lot more going on. Like I said, it's a much more profound and richer experience. So it's like, you wake up and it's like you think a lot, you analyze a lot, and you feel a lot more than most people. I don't know how some people can get up. Some people don't even have a choice, but they have to get up at 6:30 in the morning, feed the kids, just how they got to get going. About like 7 o'clock they've left the house, only to return home later by the end of the day, like maybe 6 o'clock, that they're in traffic, that they're in an office, that they're having to do so many activities, and they manage to get it all done, or relatively okay, or whatever it is. And then, I just can't do it. I'm just overwhelmed. I cannot do it. It's not for me. I can't, and I used to give myself such a hard time about it. I was like, I can't hold down a 9-to-5 job. I just can't do it. Right, it's just, and I would feel so bad about it, and what's wrong with me, and the fact that I can't do so many chores and shopping and driving around like other people do. I think it's also because of the city that I'm in. I mean, I'm in a city that's gridlocked with traffic all the time. So it's just like, if I want to take a drive that's only really should take me 15 minutes, will take me like half an hour, and it's exhausting. Whatever, I just can't do it. So I'm getting carried away here, but. So for myself, I'm saying the demands of us in the world that we live in today are intense, are heavy. I haven't uploaded this video, but I spoke about just the experience of checking your email in the morning, and how revolutionary that is, how novel that is, and how sometimes overwhelming it can be to actually just have email in today's time. Just have email. Just to be connected worldwide, instantaneously. And that's email. I'm not talking about cell phones, I'm not talking about social media, I'm not talking about television, I'm not talking about radio, nothing. I was just talking about email, okay, and what it's like to have. I don't know why I discussed email. You could get into all of the things, but to wake up in the morning and have email alone, all right, and how that's changed our lives, okay. So I'm going all over the show here, but I suppose what I'm also speaking about is the necessity of meditation and why it's so important. Meditation definitely is a centeredness and it's a grounding. It's a groundingness that is so needed in the times that we live in. It's so needed, you know. And one also of one of the other benefits is that it really shows you, it gives you a space between yourself and your thoughts. And so it allows you to see a lot of the thoughts which are just bogus, a lot of the repetitive thoughts, a lot of the very subtle thoughts, a lot of the conniving thoughts, a lot of the thoughts that really are not productive and really serve no purpose and are dangerous if they go unnoticed. Let's put it that way. And so it's very, very important to be able to see and know the difference between constructive and healthy thinking and unhealthy thinking and deconstructive thinking, if you will. Bird just came to visit me. I feed the birds outside of my garden, and when there's no food, they come calling me. It's a joy, let me tell you. I'd like to think they're coming to call me. So you appreciate and you notice the differences, and it's a practice, you know. And so that's what meditation, you know, helps you with, because it's very hard when you're in conversation with others, or you're interactive externally, or you're going on about your day, or you're watching TV, or you're making food. It can be difficult to have that space between thoughts and the observation of your thoughts. You see, so a lot of the thoughts, a lot of the unhealthy thoughts, a lot of the unproductive thoughts, the unnecessary thoughts, the conditioned thoughts come into play, and they birth and they manifest because we don't even realize it's going on. We give it life without even knowing it's going on, because we involved in something, we're talking somewhere, whatever it is, and these thoughts are manifesting themselves, and we can't catch them before they sort of manifest. But in meditation you can. And so the meditation obviously helps within the meditation and throughout your day as well, of self-awareness, of mindfulness, if you want to call it. So that does help. So that's why also meditation is very important, I find. But again, coming back to the fact that it's such sometimes difficulty to actually sit down and bloody well meditate. You know, and I don't set a time. I don't say like 8 o'clock in the morning I'm going to meditate, or 9 o'clock, or never. I don't set a time. Maybe I should, but I can't work with time. I'm very bad at time. I kind of go with the way that I feel. All right. And so that's the point, is that I'm still thinking about why, and I'm sure I really need to contemplate about it. Why is it actually hard to sit down and meditate for 15 minutes? Why is it hard? Okay. I have an idea. It's like almost, you know, I think it's maybe, you know, I need to pay more attention to this. I'm sure you listeners there, you've had your own experience with this, and you can comment in the comment section. Leave a comment in the comment section of if you do find it hard to actually sit down and meditate, and why that is for you, or maybe it's not for you. And if it's not for you, then I don't know how you can answer it. But why do you think that it's hard to sit down and meditate? To stop what you are doing and to meditate. Why is it hard? You know? And I'm thinking of reasons why for myself right now. I'm thinking of reasons now. But I don't want to just say, well, you know, the ego or the mind, or, you know, something like that is busy, and it's probably something like that. But I want to think about it. I want to meditate on this more and think about it and see what is the resistance to actually sitting down and meditating, even for 5, 10, 15 minutes, you know. So in the meantime, leave your comments below if you wish. Like and subscribe. I've never said that. I've never said that in any of my videos. If you find this video, whatever, please subscribe and comment below and like or something or other. If you like it, you like it. If you subscribe, you subscribe. I mean, that's great, but I mean, you do what you want to do, really. I can't promote that or care to even say that or whatever it is. Just you do what you do. Yeah. Anyway, so you can comment, and then perhaps I'm going to go now and do my meditation, and I'm going to think about it and perhaps make a part 2 to this video. Alright, folks. Well, I wish you well, and yeah, also if other people have different techniques that work for them, meditative techniques, I mean, meditation can also be taking a bath, you know, meditation can be many different things. I mean, it really can be, you know. So if you do have any other suggestions or maybe what works for you, I'd be interested to hear. I'd be interested to hear what happens. And just before I end off, I wanted to just mention, you know, I spent 5 days in the country, and I thought to myself, well, why do I need to meditate? Because I'm in the country, I'm around nature. It was very slow, very peaceful, not a noise. I mean, you don't hear a car, you don't hear an aeroplane, which constantly are flying over my house. You don't hear anything, you don't hear other voices. I mean, I was really kind of isolated. And you know, you don't hear lawnmowers, you don't hear electric chainsaws. It was just, so I thought to myself, I'm in a state of meditation, and I'm not only there, but I'm hiking, and you know, so I don't need to meditate. And I meditated anyways, and I can tell you that I still found a depth and richness within the meditation and a peace than I even found outside, while like being on the mountaintop and while hiking and whatever it is. I still found a peace, more so of a different kind of peace, I would say, in a space, in a way, when I did meditate in the afternoon. And so that goes to show that how much peace actually lies inside, how much space actually lies inside. I mean, it's not to be taken for granted. Like, there's massive beauty out there. There's no question about it. I mean, can't undermine it, can't underestimate it, that's for sure. But the inner sort of landscape, the inside, the beauty in a way of the space inside, and the feeling and sensation of inside, and I don't mean inside, I don't know where it is, but when you know, when the focus and the intention is local in a way. I mean, it's always local to a degree, so to speak, but like when it's inside, I'm just using that word inside, then it's a completely different level and different degree completely. Alright folks, that's it for now. Be well.